What's up, YouTube? Team Charlie in the house. And yeah, so right now it's 7:40 a.m. It's September 3rd. It's been a little over a day and a half or so since I posted that last video about going rogue, and I am completely surprised at how interested you guys were in it. I mean, it's caught me off guard. I feel really good about it, and it makes me want to continue the story. And so yesterday you commented. There was quite a few comments, 132 of them. I'm sure I haven't read all of them yet, because I just looked at it again for the first time this morning. So there's going to be some new stuff in here. But I thought what I would do is kind of go through them and give my opinion on some of the opinions, because they're all over the place. It was entertaining, which is good. That was kind of the hope. More entertainment. They were right, not gonna lie. I completely understand why people think that the kingdom was right. But I'm going to show you some things in this video where you might scratch your head and say, was the kingdom right? Or are kingdoms in general right for doing this? And I think what's happened is people like Chiskel post these videos where they're in these giant warrior kingdoms where they fight for Empyrean status, or they fight to be the best and win. And the reality is you just can't have every kingdom be that way. Some kingdoms should probably be role-play kingdoms where people just go and have fun and don't really worry about KVK all that much, and they just go there and farm. That needs to be an option for the game. And right now it just doesn't seem like that is an option. And if it is, I haven't seen it. I don't know where to look for it. There needs to be places, safe places, where people like myself can go and don't have to worry about drama. There needs to be kingdoms where everybody is at odds with everybody, and you're fighting every Mightiest Governor event to win MGE. And then once you've gotten your account built up and it's time for you to move on, you move into one of those warrior kingdoms. Or if you realize that's not for you, you move out and you move into one of these other kind of kingdoms that are a lot more peaceful but not so demanding. And right now it doesn't seem like those are options. It's just you're going to play, and even if you don't have time, and if you don't have time, we're going to zero you, and everything you've worked for is going to go to waste. And so I think that there needs to be some changes within the game, so that or within the culture around the game, so that people can enjoy it more. I think that Rise of Kingdoms will be better if more people play it, and more people will play it if it's more enjoyable. I certainly would. I'll continue to play if I can have more fun and not feel like I'm threatened all of the time just because the leadership watched a YouTube video of somebody else that fights in the top of the game all the time and literally makes it a career to make videos and content. Like, that person can afford to get on and spend all of their time playing the game to entertain you guys, to earn speed ups, to earn action point potions, etc. So I understand why you think the kingdom was right, but I think that not every kingdom should follow that model. And right now that model is in the forefront of Rise of Kingdoms because Chiskel's rocking like 220,000 subs and posts video content every single day. So I understand this. Right here, yeah. Thanks for sharing the experience, no problem. That's what you call dead weight. Again, I get it. I don't think it's dead weight. I did tell my alliance that I would zero myself defending a fort or a flag, which is something that I've done past KVKs. And so I don't know how to get you to focus on tomorrow as opposed to focusing on yesterday. Right? As leadership, you have to be able to assess the situation and say, hey, I understand this scenario. This guy's telling us what he'll do. I've got nothing but time. Before I know it, I'm going to be 1,600 days into this game, and I'm going to have participated in every single KVK, and this guy's going to just have missed one. And that's fine. That's fine. So basically, the expectation has been that Team Charlie has to have participated in every single KVK that has taken place since KVK became a thing. I've been playing this game since before KVK even existed. And y'all are like, some people are like, you have to have played in every single KVK, point blank period. There's no exception for you. You're too strong. But maybe that's because I've been playing forever. And so I just don't understand why the expectation is perfection. Shouldn't be. It's ridiculous in my opinion. No second chance for dead weights. Got me subbed. Hope you share the rest of your journey. So this is me sharing the rest of my journey. There's not going to be as much action in this video. I'll let you guys know that now. It's going to be me talking, kind of reviewing these things. And I want to go in and I'm going to show you some of the conversations that have taken place in game. I have a guy that communicated with me in game in that first video that is now being exiled by the kingdom. I feel bad about that. And he didn't really do anything wrong. He didn't do anything that 98%, maybe 99% of the players in the kingdom would have done, which is, hey, I'm noticing you're talking to this vicious guy. Go ahead and zero him. He gets on my nerves, my last nerve. Okay, cool. If I get the chance, I'll do that, right? Because I would have, and I still will if I get the chance. But because he said he didn't like vicious, that talk is too bad. Like, it's too negative. You can't talk to Team Charlie. You can't not like somebody that Team Charlie's arguing with. Otherwise, you're conspiring with Team Charlie, and you're an enemy of the kingdom, and that's treason, and you have to leave. That's crazy. Like, the leadership is so toxic and so power driven and hungry and out of touch with reality that they think everybody in the kingdom has to agree with them, or they have to be ousted. And that's a dictatorship, or when you're surrounding yourself with a bunch of oligarchs that make you believe in your little what's it called, echo chamber, that your opinion is right. Your opinion's not right. There's a guy in my chat right now that says, please don't share this conversation in a YouTube video. And I was like, dude, the truth's gonna come out. And he was like, yeah, no, I get it, but just don't share these comments. And all he said was, I warned this other person that those comments in Team Charlie's videos might get them in trouble. And so he let me know, hey, I warned this person that they could get in trouble after your video, but I don't want to get in trouble, so please don't share my comments. And I said, dude, why would you get zeroed for sharing your comments? He was like, I don't know, I've done nothing wrong, but I'm not going to take a zeroing. And so I was like, yeah, well, that's the point. You've got a kingdom run by people that you're afraid will zero you for doing literally nothing wrong, and that's crazy. And so I'm gonna expose that. And I think that there's probably a lot of kingdoms out there that are like this, and I think lessons need to be learned. And everybody doesn't need to strive to be like the Smash Squad or the Wolves or whatever current alliance Chiskel's running in. So that and Chiskel, if you see this, you might consider having a conversation with people about impossible expectations, unless they make it a career to play the game, because you set the stage like. Unintentionally, I don't think you do this on purpose, but you've assisted in creating a culture that insists that everybody play like you play, or your alliance plays, and y'all are like the number one of the top 1%. It's just it's unreal. And so please, like, discuss it with people and help them understand that not everybody can do what you do, because not everybody has that kind of time. That being said, I'm a big fan. And was part of the Smash Squad and made my donations and followed your channel for a long time, still subscribed, and appreciate what you do. I'm very entertained over the years by your content, so thank you for all that you do. Okay, let's see. Enjoyed watching this. Best way to solve: you must migrate, have fun in your destined kingdom, make new friends. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, migrating isn't going to solve the problem. It's just going to move me into another kingdom where they think they're the top, and that in order to stay at the top they have to force everybody to play the way that the leadership plays, and it's just not realistic. Very entertaining. Bet the multi-select was nice to have. The multi-select was super nice. I didn't even realize I had that option until that day. Much respect. They shouldn't have attacked you first. Even if you were dead weight, they could have Yeah, exactly, right? There was options. I felt like there was options. I didn't have any options. I felt like I was backed into a corner. And once you're backed into a corner, what do you expect to happen? Like, my options were, you can migrate, except for you don't have enough passports and you can't afford them, and you used all your alliance credits to buy the 56 that you have now. You can get zeroed, which is what they attempted to do, or before too long, you can get exiled to a zone where nobody is, because they're going to clear, or are clearing, or have already cleared everybody out of the top left zone. You get exiled to it. Then there's no way for you to drop your power on anybody, and therefore you're stuck. You're going to be stuck with 99 million power under a bubble all the time in the zone until we catch you slipping and zero you. So I was like, I had no choice. Like, I had to do something. This is what was the most fun, is the most entertaining, but it's also not new. This kind of thing happens regularly. People go rogue, and it's typically perceived as a negative thing, because I don't think that most of the people that are going rogue have the ability to communicate with you guys. They don't have the ability to articulate their thoughts, and they didn't think ahead in the asking for permission. They just came in and asked for forgiveness, right? So sometimes it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. In this case, it's better to ask for permission, be granted permission to be slow, and then have that retracted so that you can, and then they threaten to zero you, and you say, hey, I requested this, I was given the green light. Oh yeah, but leadership changed, and now this new leadership doesn't like the way that you're doing it, and it's unacceptable, and we're going to zero you. So if you just plan it properly, then you can present it in the way that I'm trying to present it right now, and people will understand, like, oh, not all rogues are bad. This guy didn't have much of a choice. He was screwed by his kingdom. Granted, the kingdom feels like I screwed them. But really, if you look at the total power of the kingdom, and you look at me, the difference is 50 million power. It's not even 50 million. It's more like 45 million power swing. If I were to get completely zeroed, you're going to save 45 million power. If you just take the billions of power that exists within the kingdom that gets counted, and you just do the math, you'll see that my 45 million power is a drop in the bucket. It's a drop in the bucket for a guy that communicated effectively and told you he would zero his troops in the next KVK, so what's the big deal? It's power. It's power, and it's confusion, and it's a lack of maturity on leadership's part. It's a not wanting to understand. Now they're blinded by rage, which I'll show you in some chats in a little bit in the game. All right. Super entertaining. If those in the global chat were the leaders, then the kingdom is sure to fall. Yeah, I don't think it was. I like this. I've been trying to engage with pretty much every single one of you guys' comments, unless it was just absolutely ridiculous. Can't wait for part 2. It's coming. This is it. So please, I don't know if y'all get bored of me talking. I'm trying not to let there be a bunch of silent time and gaps, but I hope you enjoy this one just as much, even though it's not as much action. And I may get some action in here before the video is over. But all right, I agree. Kingdom was right to put you in the dead weight list, but I'm pretty sure most people in situations who spent money on troops would rather do what you did rather than deleting your troops. After the end of the day, it's a game. Absolutely. This is a video game, and I won't play the video game the way I want to play the video game, because it's mine, right? When you pay for my troops, you can delete my troops. Until then, they're my troops. Somebody made a comment, and I may get to it in a minute. Thanks for the guided rogue tips. We'll try in my next Kingdom's next MGE. That's hilarious. Record the content, or give me your chords before you go rogue, and I'll record it. I'll post it. It'll be fun. We can communicate through the entire thing. This is where the action will come from. If you're going rogue, let Team Charlie know, because I'll record that. Assuming I have time. Like I said, Monday through Friday, I didn't say this, but Monday through Friday, I'm traveling most weeks. This is Labor Day weekend. Somebody's comment on here was like, well, you got time to make a YouTube video, but you don't have time to play the game. Yeah, man, it's Labor Day weekend. I got like a 4-day weekend for the first time in a while, and I'm capitalizing on it. So, yeah. You won't get imprisoned if you're home kingdom, if you're in your home kingdom, so don't be scared to attack them. Only in Lost Kingdom you get imprisonment if you're in the wrong territory. Is that true? Somebody please confirm that that's true, because I had no idea. I just knew I was going to get imprisoned. Oh my gosh, if I had known that, if that's true, I could have literally zeroed their bank. I would have gone ahead and knocked Angel out, killed the rest of his troops off, nobody else was online, I'd have just kept slapping that bank and taking all those resources. So please, somebody let me know if this is true. That's awesome. More rock content satisfaction. Thank you. Good on you, bro. Look at these opinions, man. People are like, hey, yeah, this is awesome. Stood up for yourself, destroyed them. Thanks for the vid, and congrats on the baby. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Also, hey, if you're here right now, please do me a favor and just hit the subscribe button. The reality is I work my ass off, and I would love nothing more than to be able to just create content and build a community with you guys. That's like my dream. It is hard, and it takes a long time. But after yesterday's video, I realized that the subscribers kind of rolled in, like I doubled up in a day because of one video, and like 98% of you still aren't subscribed. So if you're watching this and you enjoy it, please do me and you a favor, hit the subscribe button. As soon as I get to 1,000 and I can start monetizing videos, then there's no telling how. I mean, it might not take any time at all before this can be what I do, and that would be a dream come true. And you guys can help me with that dream, help me support my new family. I mean, not my new family, my new baby, the rest of my family. That would be amazing. So thank you. Hit that subscribe button. I understand you have a life outside of rock and have little time for it, but if you plan to go AFK in a long competitive kingdom, you just got to migrate or be zeroed. All right, so I replied to this. Yeah, but let's be real. The kingdom aims for being in a winning coalition, not being the winner. It's not competitive. They aim for the weakest seed. 0 gold chests in the biggest alliance means you shouldn't call yourself competitive. Yeah, so that's just how I see this kingdom. It is not a competitive kingdom. They literally strive to just be in the winning coalition. I've never seen them in discussions about being the ziggurat holder at the end of the KVK. I don't think it's ever happened since I've been here. I was here in Season 2, Season 3, and then multiple KVK 4s, and then went AFK in this last KVK. And then in the one before this last KVK, I fought until it was pointless, and then I just quit trying, because that was right when the baby was born. Like, it was when the baby was born. So I basically fought in that until I couldn't fight anymore, and it was pointless to fight anymore. And so they're trying to say that I was AFK for 2 KVKs, but really it was 1.5. And the other thing is, there's not exactly that many opportunities in a KVK for a proper fight. Like, if you're losing, which is, kind of what happens to us in this kingdom, then you can spin your wheels if you want, or you can not. And so I'm just not about wheel spinning. Try again next time. But it's not the most competitive kingdom in the world. They claim to be, but really it's just a dictatorship with people that want to get all the sculptures and control everything. And that can change. But it requires everybody understand what you're dealing with and actually step up to the plate to make it change. This is so wrong yet so satisfying. That's hilarious. 7-digit account, 100 mil power, 1.3 billion kill points, dead weight. Yeah. So I get it. Like, you think I should have. So what you may not understand about my account is, when I first started, KVK2 was my jam. I hated. I got to KVK4 and I realized I'm gonna have to spend $1,500 to be truly competitive each KVK. That's not going to happen. I'm not that big of a spender. I don't have $1,500 to pop a few times a year, just for crystal tech. So I was like, forget this. I'm going back to KVK2, and I migrated back. And I would always buy the passports. I would buy the $5 passports and the $10 passports every month, and it wouldn't take me too terribly long to accumulate enough passports to migrate back, especially building up like 50 million power and 60 million power. It was reasonable. So I would migrate back to KVK2, and I would do KVK2 and KVK3, and then I would migrate back to KVK2, and I'd do KVK2 and KVK3. And like I said, in those KVKs, there's, even in Lost Kingdom, there's not always a great opportunity to fight, especially if you're working and whatnot. You just have to hope that you're free during some of the big battles when the pass is open. So you can say it's dead weight. The other thing is, like, 100 million power is not that much. You think, some people think 100 million power is a lot. I understand why. But when you look at the, other players that have 1.5 billion power, 1 billion power, 500 million power, 100 million's not that much. It's just, it's above average, but it's not crazy. So, like I said, you zero me, you save 45 million power. Not that at this point you zero me, you save what? I'm at 80 million. So you'll get 25 million power difference in your matchmaking. I don't think it's one little city. It's just not going to do anything. Also leadership. Let's see. He's right. At 2630, no activity would be zeroed in any kingdom. The kingdom you are in did a great job communicating to you. I'm not in their kingdom. I have been king before, and I give way less communication. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I don't really know who you are or how you lead. But it sounds like you're not the best leader because your communication, it appears to be trash based on your own comments. So communication is critically important in leadership. I used to be an area manager for a company. I ran 5 states and I had 40 stores and a bunch of employees, and they won me trips overseas and all kind. That was my past career, which paid me better and allowed me to spend more money on this game. But yeah, so I understand leadership. I've read up on it, studied it. Communication is critically important. I feel the same way after nearly 5 years of playing. Logging in becomes a chore. Good on you for kicking some ass. Thank you so much. I don't think people are going to side with you. You're wrong. Hey, some did, some didn't. Not being able to participate in KVK at 100 million is a bad thing. I get it. I'm going to also guess that this is coming from somebody that's not near 100 million and doesn't understand that it's really not that much. I mean, if you look at it, I zeroed a handful of cities and dropped to 80 million power. It doesn't take long to lose 20, 30, 40 million power in this game if you want to. Congrats on the kid. I don't understand the mentality. Let's see, one of these comments. You don't want to play the game, but you want to keep the troops you don't use, even though you're a burden to others, and yada yada. I said, I paid a lot of money for it. I don't care if I lose my troops, just like I don't care if I lose money at the casino. But winning or breaking even is always better, right? So that's the logic, right? I don't want to just give it away. I'd prefer to win, and so I took that and I ran with it. Even after getting inside the mind of the illegal deadweight player who doesn't understand the game, my mind still doesn't understand how obvious to the cancer they are in the kingdom. Just quit the game if you can. Play or go inactive for 30 days and not affect their matchmaking, and they won't zero you. So there's no way to know that they won't zero you if you go inactive for 30 days. For all I know, other than put a bubble shield up, which costs 45,000 gems. Right? If I had been inactive for 30 days after this last KVK, I'd be zero right now, and I wouldn't even know it. And so that's just not an option. I love this. Love this video. Video's entertaining, but they are right. You have 100 mil power. Yep. Get it. Did Vicious get zeroed eventually? He hasn't been zeroed yet to my knowledge. And honestly, he got somebody kicked out of the kingdom for saying that they didn't like him. So that's crazy. I'll share that with you guys a little bit later. Entertaining video. Congrats on the baby. Thank you. Yeah, so you have to realize that this game is simply different than most. I'm going to emphasize the word game, right? Because as soon as you say game, everything changes. Like the moral compass, everything changes. Like it's a game. It's for entertainment purposes. I did not download this game with intention to follow a bunch of other people's directions. I downloaded the game to have fun. Sometimes I have fun following their directions. Other times their directions are bad. And when that happens, I have fun doing other things and going a different way. And they just have to accept that. And maybe if they'll look inward and they'll say, what did I do this time that I could have done different? Or how come we keep getting this reoccurring problem in this kingdom where there's a rogue simply after, or at least one rogue after every KVK? I mean, it's because you're creating monsters. You're forcing them into corners and you're giving them no option. You're creating monsters. And I bet you kingdom after kingdom after kingdom has this problem. All over the place this problem exists. It's popular, obviously. You guys are it seemed to be enjoying it quite a bit. And it's a mixed bag of emotions. So at this point, entertainment is justification enough for going rogue. If because it's a game, right? You just got to accept that. It hurts to see rogue play and trash talk. City burn should be done in style and elegance. I mean, I felt like I was, I try to be pretty elegant. I'm certainly not the primary ish talker. I mean, it's fun to watch, but they were right. Fair enough. Let's give that a like. The kingdom leadership is good. I mean, you are acting like a child. Okay, I'm gonna wager that this person. Thank you for recording. This is entertaining. It's funny. I don't think I'm acting like a child. I think a child would say things like, "I hope your wife leaves you. I hope your baby leaves you. Is this the kind of lesson you're going to teach your child?" All this toxic nonsense. I think that, that's childish, and it also perpetuates my desire to continue causing drama, because I'm realizing it's like Gotham. There's just a lot of toxicity, and someone's got to take out the toxicity, and I'm going to do it. So, deadweight again, typical useless high power player. This is a W, in my opinion. The kingdom's got to realize every player has a life outside the game. Yep, for sure, 100%. You going rogue might not be the best thing for the kingdom, but what you're doing is very interesting, because you gave them a reason for not playing that much, and in real life comes first, then the game. Yeah. You even said, "I'm willing to sell my account to someone in the kingdom," and when you did go rogue and started attacking players, then people started to trash talk you about your family, and that's a no-go, no matter what. It's just an ish move. The best thing they gave you is a reason to go rogue. Exactly, right? It's like, I knew it was going to be something controversial, which is why I decided to go ahead and record it. I'm glad I did, because now I don't have to explain to you guys, or anyone for that matter, why it's done. Like, it's apparent that it was justifiable, and it's actually turning into a really big positive in general. Crazy, my man did the right thing. Good job. Leadership's totally right. Fun to watch though. You're a great dude. First rock YouTuber worth the follow. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. They were beyond reasonable with you. Your power is literally useless if you don't kill your troops in KVK. I told them I'd kill my troops in KVK. I just want to be crystal clear. My intentions were to kill my troops in KVK. You can see that I can drop 20 million power in 2 hours of fighting. It's not hard. Put me in a KVK with the intention of dropping troops, which is what I told them I would do, and it won't take me but a couple of hours to lose the 3 million kills or dead troops that they expect. Like, it just won't take any time at all. I'll drop my power down to 70, 65 million, maybe even all the way down, and then rebound to 75 million after it's over. I was going to do it. They didn't want to wait that long, because they're focused on the past and they can't see the future. You need to be able to, as a leader, F the past. Look at the future. If I tell you I'm going to do something and then I don't do it, hold me accountable, right? It's that simple. But they didn't give me the opportunity to even do it. And I never told them that I was going to participate in every single KVK from the moment that KVK became a thing, right? It's just unrealistic expectation to expect perfection from everybody in your kingdom. You're just going to kill your kingdom. You're going to zero your kingdom. Their dead weight list was 3 kingdom males long. It's insane. They were going to zero everybody. They're just assigning work to themselves. They're going to zero their own troops. They're going to cost themselves resources. Use that in KVK. Let people enjoy being in your kingdom, and what you'll find is that KVK is better. Everybody has more resources. Everybody's happier. Just better. Wouldn't Guan Leo and CPO Sargon be better? Yeah. There's a possibility. Maybe, but I intentionally said this probably isn't the most effective way to do this for the reasons that he mentioned. Like, I knew there was going to be some criticisms. I'm not mad at it. I expected it, and he was cool. He was cool. He understood that. Good. Why are they so salty? They kept coming for your wife and kids. Yeah, exactly. Cringe. Yeah, I don't know if they're talking about the kingdom or me, but I'm going to assume the kingdom. Respect, bro. Those bullies need to be put in their actual place. Congrats on your baby. He has an awesome dad. Thank you so much. Usually I hate rogues, but good you did that. You can collect your 3 sculptures per day at 60 million power. Yes, I can. And I will. I will if I drop to 60 million power. In fact, even if I drop to 55 million power, I'll still collect my sculptures, because I can. Being fair, you're in the wrong. Like 100% wrong. The kingdom's at fault too. Agreed. But you have to understand the dead weight is dead weight regardless of the circumstance. Yeah, but oh god, this is a book. All right. Oh yeah. This one I felt like this guy's putting words in my mouth. I also feel like this is somebody straight out of my kingdom, right in my alliance, that's putting the word. You're a dead weight. 1.9 resource fine is kind. Maybe not for your circumstance. All right. Well, that's fine. So that is to say it's kind, but in your case it's not kind. So we'll settle on it's not kind. but it's kind. And maybe if you weren't such an a-hole and actually said to the kingdom, and this is just one possible solution, hey, look, I cannot keep up with your style of gameplay, and I know I'm dead weight, so in the next KVK I will TP and contest the zone and let the enemy camp zero me. Or I said this. As far as saying it to the whole kingdom, I don't really know why I would have to say it to the whole kingdom. Everything else gets communicated to leadership, and then leadership says it to the kingdom. So if anybody was going to say it to the kingdom, it should have been leadership saying, hey, we have this top 1% 100 million power player in the kingdom that just had a child. He's informed us that he's not going to be able to participate the way that we expect, and he's going to zero his troops defending a flag or fort for us next KVK. Y'all have patience with him. But the leadership didn't tell the kingdom that, and that was their job. They're the ones that can communicate with the kingdom, not me. If you're a hindrance, then you should find a way to make yourself useful. Zeroing people only makes people hate. Well, I think it's exposing the culture of Rise of Kingdoms that it's in a bad place, because it seems like there's a lot of people that think this is totally reasonable and that I did the right thing, and there's some people that think that it's terrible, and those people are what I like to call, in a lot of cases, sheep that just follow. Now, I'm not saying they're all sheep, but a lot of cases they are. They are following what they see other big YouTubers that are in the strongest alliances do, and they think they need to mimic that instead of just doing their own thing. And it's obvious that when people do their own thing, look at this video, that people like it. It's good, and it brings about change. That is not happiness I saw. There was no happiness in the zeroings. Yeah, I mean, I understand that people don't like getting zeroed. I didn't want to get zeroed. The difference between me and you guys is I didn't let you know that I was going to be zeroing you. I didn't force them into a corner. So they didn't have to think about it, and get backed into a corner and then do something about it. But I swear, if I told them they were going to get zeroed, they would have, and there was nothing they could do about it. They would have gone on a rampage themselves, or they would have bubbled up as long as they possibly could and tried to get out of here, which wasn't an option for me. And the lack of happiness, it was focus. I was focused on the task at hand. I thought I was going to be imprisoned, and I was going to get rallied, and I didn't particularly want that to happen. If it did happen, I would have made peace with it, because it's not that big of a deal. But if I could have avoided that and just came out ahead, obviously that's the approach I want. So yeah, you're mistaking my stoic face in the zeroings as pride or whatever, but it's really just focus. Grow up, be better, find it in your heart to forgive. I'm not holding a grudge against anybody. Donate the resources back. I've already started, but I'm donating them back to my troop loss count, and I'm bumped up from like 78 million to 80 million. For the sake of the mightiest governor, I was trying to see if I could push my points, and before I leave, I'll definitely donate the other, $1.5 billion resources to the kingdom, and it won't be to the people in. It'll likely be the people in zones in the top left zone when y'all banish me or exile me or whatever it is you want to do. I'm also up for discussion about joining the kingdom's leadership and actually trying to make this place a better place that's less toxic, and work out other solutions to problems that people have, and actually engaging more often, trying to take some of my free time that I do have and log in and participate in the development of the kingdom. Especially now, like I'm realizing that everybody's interested in how this plays out. I'm open to discussions of trying to work it out with you guys. So it's whatever you want to do. All right, been there, done that. The goofballs in the kingdom chat get so mad they can't even speak to you properly anymore. The whole end part is pointless. This guy's not going to watch this video that I'm doing right now, because he sees it as pointless. I think this is critically important to influencing change. So I feel your situation is sad, and I understand where you're coming from, and I would be more than happy to help you playing on your Rock account. This has been offered to me a lot in game. It's not going to happen, guys. I don't feel comfortable giving anybody control of my account or my email information. So I appreciate you asking, but this isn't going to happen. Good bank, Kingdom. That's a good target. Yeah, that worked out nice. civil war going on. Someone's promoting. 0 all cities, bro, for take #1 in Mighty's governor. That's funny. This comment, man, this comment made me so happy. Like this is the last thing I expected anybody to say. That's awesome. Thank you. Another person offering to take my account. I agree with your actions. Your vids are amazing, but you should put music in the background. Yeah, this is something I will do going forward. I actually have I have some music on standby right now. Actually, here we go. It's just stream beats, and so in the future I will play stream beat music until so it's not just dead silence. Let's see. Your parents must be cousins. No. Very new leadership could have city bubble for 30 days. Yeah, right. Like there were options. There were other options, but bubbling for 30 days cost 45,000 gems, and I didn't have 45,000 gems to spend on a bubble. What would be cool is if there was enough trust built up between leadership and the members that they would just let you not log in for 30 days. Or even cooler, if they would just do the math and realize that, oh, well, this one player, make an exception for him or others that communicate effectively like he did, probably won't be that bad for matchmaking. I hope your child grows up like you, grow to become rogue against you. Let's say, okay, so here we go with this is somebody out of the kingdom that's taking it personal. Yeah, my kids are awesome. My kids are really, really, like this kind of comment, it just makes me, it's just gross. This comment is not gross. How the F do you have 1600 days, 1.3 bit, just delete the game? Yeah, I tried to explain that just a minute ago. It is what it is. It is what it is. Americans work. I like you made this video. It's just a game everyone plays in their own like they're a super kingdom when they can't even win a KVK. This is the true. This is the true. One of the truest comments on here. It's entertaining to watch this type of scenario, but you're such a deadweight. Better quit the game if you can't play, or else drop the power from top 300. Yeah. So I was told that if I drop the power now out of that there's no getting out of the top 300. What a man-child, haha. This was funny. They got smacked around at KVK, and now they're getting smacked around by you. Yeah, yeah, they did. They got smacked around at KVK, and it tends to be what happens. I also hate when we go into KVK and most of the kingdom is blind. I also feel like when KVK opens, everybody should be allowed to teleport, not just the top 3 alliances in the kingdom or whatever that silly rule is. Get everybody in there. Everybody needs to be farming resources. Everybody needs to be killing barbarians and growing, but that's not allowed, and I think that's crazy. I think that if you allow everyone in, the kingdom's happier in general, and a happy kingdom is going to result in a better kingdom. So, all right, so that's it for the comments. Thank you guys so much for the engagement. I hope I didn't bore you too much. All right, so I'll come back in just a moment to another section of this video. Okay, while I was recording the video that y'all are watching, I realized that this event, what's it called? Shadow Legion Invasion was happening, and I thought, well, dang, you know what? If I can catch these guys already half dead because of the Shadow Legions, then maybe now would be the time to catch the good zeroing on old Vicious here. So that is the opportunity I'm looking for right now. That's the deal. So let's see. Man. I need to figure out if I can be imprisoned. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. He's on Alliance territory. I gotta figure out. Is this the spot? Oh, I can't zero him unless my city's close. Alright. Vicious has to go down. I gotta figure this out. Oh. Let's see. I don't know if I have time.
You're hurting me. This is a big deal.
What am I doing? Oh, no. Okay. Alright. Oh, this is going to be so nice.
So pretty.
Oh.
So careful. Be so careful, baby. Mommy doesn't want you to get hurt.
Let's see, what did he say? Charlie Shaw's daddy, he couldn't even zero an R4 properly. He was as good as that as he was at stealing a mighty schooner. No wonder no one knew he was till his video. What a waste of a decent account. What y'all was requesting was kind of outrageous. Still, let me guess, y'all spent some money to harass new players when the kingdom started, then bought accounts and just give threats left and right. I'll point him up. Yeah. You did the right thing. There's always a bee or femboy who is always entitled to life and can say or do whatever. Every kingdom has some freak like her. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see.
What you got?
This guy, your ungrateful joker, evidently Rave Maverick, thinks that I'm the dumbest player he's ever seen. So, you know, there's that opinion. Let's go into Kingdom Chat and see if we can't find some. See if we can't find some hate. Oh yeah, let's get back here a little bit. I don't know how far back this even goes, but there's a lot of trash talk.
Thank goodness.
think that was, yeah. So I logged in. I explained that there's some mixed feelings about, wait, what happened? What? I'm learning. Basically, you know, I was saying, hey, there's a lot of opinions that are kind of on my side here. They said, am I satisfied? So I'm learning. Did you watch the video so you can understand my perspective? If not, then your thoughts are biased and don't count. They basically told me to quit trying to promote my channel, and they're not watching it. And then I explained to them that their opinions are relevant. I talked a little bit about my analytics, and then I asked them if they want to find a way to work together. This could be salvaged if they wanted it to be. Then they continued the trash talk, saying recommended, you know, decent-ish players. I said not recommended by the YouTube algorithm. Turns out people like this kind of drama. They asked me when they're going to get their resources back. And then I explained to them that even after leadership asks you not to be toxic, you can't help it because they're, you know, very toxic. You know, Angel said, nah, people love watching dumbasses like you. Just speaking the truth. And he said, and I said, well, it's your truth, but you lost a lot of troops and you're struggling to let that go. And then I tried to tell them that if they go on the YouTube and they'd hit that like and comment, I'd hook them up with 5 million resources. That would have been funny if I'd have got some action on that. Hang on. Looky here. Looky here. So this is always at my feet. I said, Dad, what are you doing? What are you doing, Dad? So it's a challenge.
I opened the coffer and it just.
And then this person to my right is my wife. She's currently playing a different game. This is kind of our unicorn time. Is just, you know, being together with the baby and trying to split the responsibilities. Here you go. So it just is what it is. It just is what it is. I'm not making this stuff up. Like I said, I distribute the resources back to people. As for when that happens, you know, it just depends. It would be really cool to me if lots of people just decided that they wanted to join my cause and we could, you know, fix this problem. I gotta figure out if I can be in prison.
don't understand. I opened the coffer. And it didn't give it to me.
Oh no! I wasn't gonna do nothing. Man. Too bad. Guess I'll have to use some of those resources. Oh, let me have that, baby. You can't have that. Alright, well, that didn't fly. We tried. It would have been epic.